Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Toonkind D&D at 12 FPS. Woo! This is a shadow of oneself. Hi, I'm Staria, and I'll be playing Nightshade, local little shadow blob who's here now. Yep, he's here now. And in here with me today is the wonderful, lovely, talented, amazing, incredible friend of mine. And would you please introduce yourself and your character?
I think you're looking at a mirror, but okay, that's fine. I'm also here. Hello, my name is
No, I'm looking at you, dude. I'm holding you. Do. I'm holding you. You are amazing,
I'm
lovely,
not finished my
talent.
intro. I'm not finished my intro. You can speak, but just give me my intro, and then you can tell me how wrong I am, even though whatever. Um, yeah, but I'm GPQ, DEWP, whatever you'd like to call me. Server's local soundboard, and I am playing a little bot called Porridge today.
Who is
And
amazing,
they
and
are
we love them.
Thank you. They also love you in that they wish to help you and be just incredibly useful. Because that is, their whole thing. They just want to help.
There are definitely no
And.
problems or trauma in here whatsoever. Definitely not.
Oh, oh no, absolutely not. How could you even dare suggest that? They are just a bot. Just a robot.
Definitely, yeah.
As with most robots on their server, there is no tragedy. They are just robots. It's fine.
And there's no war in Basing Say.
There is no war in Sing Say. Okay. I believe you were gonna intro. Well, not intro, but set the scene. I believe.
Yeah, I can do that. So it's a day, it's a funky day in Vilstown. Um, and I think Nightshade is, Nightshade is about exploring because he got here only a little bit ago. And by got here a little bit ago, I mean he crashed into an alleyway like a few days ago. Uh and he sure is curious about whatever the fuck is here, so I think he's out and
Ooh,
about, like, exploring and getting lost. Mostly getting lost.
as you do. I mean, you can roll a survival if you want to see how lost they get.
Sure, I can roll survival, which is funnily enough one of the high stats but they have, cause they have. Yep, that's a net
It's a
fucking
nat
20.
20. You are the. I would say you probably hoped to get lost because sometimes when you get lost, you find new things and learn more.
Yeah.
Unless you have another, like, way that you could get a nat 20 and still be lost.
Yep. he is he knows exactly he knows where he is, but like he wants to get lost, so he's just like purposely going in ways he hasn't,
Oh my gosh,
but somehow looping back to where he was.
I
So it's
just
like
have the idea that he keeps trying to get.
lost in the
Sorry,
wrong way.
I just have the idea that he keeps trying to get lost, but he's so good at navigating, he just naturally corrects himself and ends up where he wants to be. And he's like, no, no, I don't want to be here. I need to reroute myself again. Damn it! And just tries to get himself lost again. He just ends up in the same place.
It's like, I know where this is. I don't want to know where this is.
Stop telling me where this is, brain. I don't want to. I don't want to know this. I just want to find. I just want to get lost for a bit. Would you let me? And while you've rolled that, let's let's see the counterpoint on this. Okay, what's your passive perception?
My passive is 13.
Oh, okay, you've noticed this then. As you have been walking around, continuously trying to get lost and somehow failing, because you keep recognizing landmarks and places and stuff, you don't know what they are, but you recognize them as, like, geographical points. Um, you kind of pick up on the fact that, hey, something has been following you for a bit.
Oh boy. Uh, Nightshade's gonna stop and just like turn around. Just like, hello.
You don't get an answer, and also this one will be up to you. You can roll a perception or an investigation if you want.
Well, surprisingly enough, they're both the same. So I'll just roll an investigation. 14.
All right, cool. Um, So yeah, you turn around and it's just a street. I mean, there's the market seller with their big striped awning over the top of fruits and vegetables, crying out to people to come buy his absolutely 100% real purple cucumbers. That you don't know if they're cucumbers or not. You don't know. There's just a lot of weird, different healthy fruits or healthier fruits in this stall. You see, there is also a shop with lots of shiny rocks and gems and things and bent metal. You're not sure what that's about. Um, and you also see that there is just a shop with no discernible sign of any sorts. It's just like a black door with a sign hanging over the top and like a few stairs leading up to a little landing onto it. You can't really tell what the writing is on that sign. It's just there. Um, but with a 14, you can tell as you turn around. You pass this wall. Just before like the striped awning of the fruit and vegetable seller. Something on the wall that wasn't there before.
Poke.
Oak.
Poke.
Poke. Okay. You poke the wall, and it does feel like a wall. Let me just gonna pull something. Oh mate. Oh mate. Okay. Alright. Um you poke the wall and the spot you're looking at you're probably now just standing in front of it and looking at it. It looks like someone very quickly spray painted or graffitied or like somehow put an image on the wall of a very strange like I mean art's art, so it might be strange to you, but it could mean something to someone else. It's just like there's like four circles and then like one of the circles has like another circle on the top of it, except it's more like an oval, and there's like zigzags around the center bit, and then there's like little circles coming off that have lines over it, and it's done in red and blue, and it's just sitting there. It wasn't there before, and it now is just sitting there.
Okay. And I think if the spray paint thing whatever doesn't react, uh I think Nightshade's gonna like leave it be and like go
Okay.
look at the one of the shops.
Okay.
I think he's gonna look at the like I think he's gonna look at the third one because ooh, mysterious.
Okay, you're going to the mystery. You're immediately going to the mystery one. Okay, give me
Yes.
a second.
Listen, Nightshade is not smart.
He is valid, and I love him very much. You don't need to be smart to be cool.
He is curious. He's a
Curious.
curious boy.
The curious bean. Okay, so let me see how this goes. Okay. Um. Okay, so you go up to this door, and yeah, you go up the steps. You look at this black door with a faded out sign on it. That now that you're getting closer, it's not even just a faded out sign. It's just like a plank of wood that's been hung over the door like a sign, but you can't tell if there's actually been any like writing or paint on it. It just looks like a plank of wood. You will also notice, as you look this door up and down, and then perhaps you glance down at your feet, that thing that was on the wall is now underneath your foot.
Oh, well, probably under where he's floating.
Yeah. It's hanging underneath your shadow. You
Goodness.
just about make it out.
Nightshade's gotta look at it and like squint.
Oh, sorry, give me just a second.
Or at least, however close you can squint with when you have only one eye.
True. Right. Do me a favor. Are you just going to be staring at this thing's eye? Because it does have a weird circle in it that does look like an eye.
Just looks at the thing in general. Just like,
Okay.
what?
Or something then. I'm going to see how long this takes. Oh! Huh. Okay, that's semi-decent. Alright, cool. No, not that one, this one. Oh, okay. That's about average. Yeah, you're just looking this thing over again. It's the graffiti that was on the wall. But it's, if you're going to turn around and have a look, that's no longer on that wall is actually just hovering underneath your foot, and as you or underneath your hovering spot, and as you look down, the eye blinks. And do you want to roll me a deck save?
Sure can. That's +3. That's a dirty 20.
20. Wow. Okay, it's high rolls for Nightshade the game. Nightshade, you instinctively just float backwards as this thing you see it kind of vibrate on the pavement before it seems to just sort of rise out of it in a 2D shape, flip onto a vertical surface instead of horizontal, and then it just hear a as all the liney bits that were 2D suddenly inflate into 3D and twizzle around, and everything just goes. You hear like a ding ding, and this thing
Uh,
this thing is now here, and it is looking at you, and it's blinking, and it tilts, which now that you can see it is clearly a head, and three little weird nubbins circling a central body port of some sort. This thing looks at you and says,
Oh, hello, new user.
uh, uh, hi.
Hello, we are the Porridge unit. How may we assist you, new user?
this thing is just staring at you.
Why are you following me?
It blinks and then cocks its head.
Porridge detected. New enemy. Pause. Porridge investigate. Like detectives.
Dot. Well, your name is Porridge?
Affirmative. Oh, new user, please enter your username.
And you'll see suddenly popping up in front of you is what looks like a blue, like the air suddenly turns blue and a white rectangle appears around this blue spot in the air, and there's just like a blinking sort of line in the air, and also, you know what? Do you know what a keyboard is? Do you know what like computer keys and shit look like?
No. Who do you think
No?
No.
Do you want to roll me intelligence to figure out how the fuck to use this thing or what this thing is?
Sure, yeah, I can roll you an intelligence. That's a +1. That's an 8. That's what I fucking want.
So I think you're just like staring at this kind of blank face, like, what is this? What is this thing you have presented to me? I'm gonna have to roll an insight because Porridge may. Actually, no, I'm not gonna roll an insight because otherwise we'll be standing here forever. Porridge is just gonna notice that you're struggling, and they're just gonna blink. Go,
Oh, are you unfamiliar with this UI user interface?
Uh, my name is Nightshade.
As you say that, you see the eye of this thing just turn into. Before it was like 4 triangles pointing inwards towards the pupil, which was green. Suddenly that goes blank, and you just see a blue sort of circle appear, and it just goes ding 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 ding, and then a green check mark appears in the eye. It says,
Okay, your username has been uploaded.
and the username that has been given. Actually, before I do that, I need to roll a nature. Because if they get high, I know what they're gonna call you. No, that probably won't do it quite well.
Can I ask what they were gonna call Nightshade?
They were gonna. So I did a bit. Well, I did like a very slight bit of research beforehand. Because most plants have a meaning to them, and the meaning of Nightshade, if presented as a bouquet or as like as part of a florography thing, Nightshade means truth. So, I mean, Porridge was gonna call you either Sooth, which is this, or they were going to call you
Truth or dare?
It was either going to be Sooth, which is Sooth, or Truth or Dare.
Oh my god. Nightshade.
But they
Nightshade is sitting here.
look that your username is just going to be Nightshade for now because again they haven't hung out with you long enough to get your characteristics yet.
Yeah,
There is room for wiggling here.
Yep.
So yeah, you just hear like the ding noise as your name registers and like
New username registered. Hello, username Nightshade. How may this porridge unit assist you?
Hi.
Staria.
Nightshade just like okay, sure, sure. It's like internally it's like okay. Just like internally he's just like 1,000 question marks.
Oh man. You want me to roll insight to see if Porridge can figure out what Nightshade wants? Or how long it takes for them to figure it out?
Sure, like this is Nightshade at the moment.
For those people listening, it is just a picture of a black cat with glowing white eyes sitting on a fence post, and there's just a junk ton of red question marks, like in lines stretched across the screen.
Yeah, just like
Gosh. Porridge is just gonna, with that 18 on their insight, they look at you, and then they look at the door you are standing in front of, they look back at you and says,
Do you wish to enter this doorway?
yes, it looks interesting.
Affirmative.
and you hear a ding, and the blue box that is still floating in front of you changes a bit, and now there's a white square, and appearing next to the square in a language you can understand, comes up with new objective, assist username Nightshade, and I am going to. I'm gonna roll this. I need to roll d10 actually. Oh my word, Porridge! Porridge!
Oh my god, fumble!
Porridge!
Fumble!
Porridge!
Fumble!
Okay, so Porridge has fumbled. So what that would appear to be, as Nightshade is looking down at the screen, you're going to hear,
One moment, please.
and Porridge is just gonna. One of their eyes is just gonna go like blank and dark, and they're gonna pop one of their nubbins inside. And I'm going to roll d20. 14. If this is what I want, I'm gonna cry. No, it isn't. Okay. They reach inside of their eye socket, and then they pull out a gift bag of sorts, and you can roll investigation or perception on that if you wanted to.
Sure. I'll do that.
Um,
Don't mind me. This is bliss free. That's a 6. Nightshade has
you don't know
no
what the hell's in
fucking.
that bag. It sure do be a paper bag. Porridge is just gonna look down at this and go,
No, incorrect.
and shove that back in their eye, have another rummage. It's a 5. It has to be 6 and up. I have to roll again, god damn it. That's another fumble. That's a 2. Okay. Give me a second. I need to find out what the heck is a 2 on their chart. Would you like to load up for me so I can see what I've got on my chart? Oh, that's nice. Okay. You see them reaching up into the eye, hear like a weird like crinkling noise, like a as they pull out their nubbin, stuck to the end of it looks like a whole load of like old crinkly like candy wrappers and sweet bars and like chocolate and crisp packets, like really shiny foil kind of things. Porridge looks down at this and blinks and says,
No, incorrect.
and they pop their nubbin back in their eye. And they're gonna one more time. Come on. My gosh. Okay, that's another fumble. After this one, there's no more. 15. With a 15, they pull out. Ooh, actually. Oh, okay.
Fumble,
Okay, I
fumble, fumble.
have a 15 for their personal chart, is the thing. So I know what I'm actually.
Free space.
Yeah, so free space. I have an idea what they're gonna pull out, actually. They reach inside of their eye, rumble around a bit, and they pull out, but they don't actually pull anything out. It's just like you hear like a as Porridge pulls their nubbin out, their eye socket kind of clenches around their nubbin and just goes out with them and floats off of their face. And Porridge just tilts their head to look at the eye that's now stuck around their nubbin. They're like,
Oh.
and they just bump themselves back on the face, and their head spins around like.
There is a sweat drop, like behind Nightshade's head.
Look, it's been 10 minutes and it's just been a fumbles fest.
Fumble.
Fumble. Yeah, they just like.
Okay, new plan.
And they look at Nightshade and say,
Username, Nightshade. Please, back up.
and they are going to. I'm
Nightshade's
not gonna roll.
Nightshade's gonna is just like multiple question marks gonna back up.
Yeah, probably an idea considering they're gonna cast an Eldritch blast at this door. I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
roll to
fucking
hit
God.
the door, but I am going to roll to see the damage. Let me see. It's a cantrip, so let's see.
You're level 5, so you get 2 beams.
I do. How overkill are we going here, Porridge? Hey? What are you gonna do here, buddy? Ow. Alright, you do half damage. The first beam hits so solidly with a thud, it kind of blows the door back, and the second beam catches it just after it's hit and makes it like do a quick flip before it flunks onto the floor. And Porridge turns around and says,
Username, Nightshade. Access granted.
and they just hand out one of their nubbins, step to the side or float to the side, and just you in.
There is a beat of silence from Nightshade, because that's not how he thought but this would go, but alright, sure. So he's gonna float back and just like just head on in, I suppose. God.
Cool. Guess because it's a new place, roll me perception, and I will also roll
Yeah, God. Nightshade's just like, I'm curious. I want to go. I want to see what's here. And then Porridge immediately breaking and entering.
Look, it's not the first time they've done this.
Nightshade doesn't know better. Nightshade doesn't know better, so he can't correct them.
I just know that. Oh, sweetie. Oh, I remembered your perception. Oh, what you got? Oh, okay. 15 and a 16. So we basically both get the same thing. So Nightshade heads in first, and then Porridge follows after. And what we both see is the door has just landed against like an entryway sort of part, so it's just sort of slammed into a wall and fallen down again. And as you float inwards, it's just like an old abandoned house. Like to your left, there seems to be like an open plan living room sort of thing. There's like a fireplace that's long since like dusted its ashes off. There's sheets covering things in the room. You probably have to pull them off to tell what they were. One does look like it's a sofa, but everything else is just covered in tarps and sheets, and it's kind of hard to tell because there's quite a few of them. And then on the right, there seems to be a hallway that kind of dips down a little and then goes to the left.
Mm-hmm. What? Sorry, I zone out for a bit. What are the options?
So left into a living room that's just got a fireplace, and a bunch of like tarps and things covered in like things like you know how you cover things up when you're like moving out or
Mm-hmm.
keeping dust off of things. Or on the right, there's a hallway that just goes down and then turns to the left a little bit.
I think Nightshade will go into the hallway.
Oh, Porridge is gonna follow you.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Okay. Give me a second. I need to check a thing. Okay, cool. So you head down this hallway, and you take the left. And as you go down this hallway, there are two rooms on your right, and then one. There's two doors on your right, and then one door on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's just an empty hallway.
I think he's gonna first go to the door on the left.
On the left, okay. You open the door on your left. You probably have to give it like a little bit of a shove because this place is old as hell and it hasn't been opened in a while. And as you reach out your hand and turn the knob, it's very dusty. Like you probably get like a little bit of dust on you as you turn the knob and push it open. As you shunt it open, dust falls down upon you as you come into the room. And this kind of looks like it looks like a little mini office of sorts. I don't know if Nightshade would know what an office is. Probably not.
Nope.
But there is a window directly opposite you. There is a desk that isn't covered. That looks old and is just covered in dust. To the right, there's a bunch of filing cabinets and such. Like again, very old and rusted. And then to the left, there's just like there's like a tiny stool and a very tiny table. Like something you'd kind of probably find like a child playing with.
Mm-hmm.
And Porridge is also probably gonna have a look around. Porridge is gonna float in and say,
Hey, username Nightshade. Is there anything you would like to do? Like you perhaps retrieving items from the residence? You used to live here.
and they're gonna float around and start poking stuff because they don't know any better. Let me see. Let's roll. Oh my gosh, why is your? I don't understand how your investigation is this high, but okay. But yeah, they're just floating around and poking at things. As they're talking to you, they're just
Porridge unit is here to assist if you need it. If not, Porridge will investigate.
okay, and you investigate hard, buddy.
Oh, Jeebus. I think Nightshade is not like touching anything. He's more of just like casual observation because curious. He didn't actually let me just put it this way. Nightshade was going to knock on the door, and if no one entered, he would have gone to the other shop. He didn't think he would get this far.
Neither did I, to be honest. But then you decided to go here first, and I was like, well, I guess we're doing this then.
He's curious.
Nosy is the word.
He
Nosy
doesn't
little
know
man.
better.
Speaking of nosy, actually, if you're not responding, or doing anything, Porridge is basically floated over to the filing cabinets and says,
Oh, these look like the, what username detective Maria uses. Ooh.
and they are gonna they have rolled investigation already, so they are going to just roll a strength, which is that. I don't know how they've got all these different mods on this. That makes not much
They
sense.
have
but
a
I
level
will...
in Rogue. That should be enough explanation.
True. I suppose so. You see Porridge wander over to this cabinet. The cabinet's just against the wall on the right hand side of the room, and they just start tugging on them. And you hear like a rusty kind of noises. They very slowly start to budge open, but Porridge is still clearly kind of struggling with it.
Well, I think seeing Porridge struggle, Nightshade will just go like try help out.
Cool. Roll strength for me.
Cool, that's a +0. Then that's a nat 20. Never
It's your
mind.
second nat 20. This is your game. This is Nightshade's game. Okay, you reach out, and not only do you just gently tug this thing open and it pops open, as you do so, it kind of rocks to the side, bumps the other filing cabinets, and with a shudder, they all just and yeah, they're all open now as well. And Porridge is gonna turn towards Nightshade, and their eye is gonna have a little exclamation mark, and it's like,
Oh, username Nightshade is very strong.
and they are going to they're gonna just kind of rifle through these filing cabinets.
Goodness. Nightshade's already just like, no, I'm not strong. I think that was, It just like looks at his own hands, which are like, God, he's not strong. He's a twig.
Porridge doesn't seem to think so.
Which has seen username Nightshade. Open the cabinets with one hand.
And as they say that, their head is basically buried in the filing cabinet, most of their body in two of their nubbins, and you just see like the end nubbin of theirs just do a little swivel in the air, as if to emphasize the one portion as they speak. They continue on to say,
Very, very strong. Username Nightshade. You would be a excellent ally.
and 22, cool. With a wiggle, and actually I'm gonna roll a dex for this, because Porridge and May don't get stuck in a cabinet.
Oh my goodness.
May, are you gonna get stuck in a cabinet? You're gonna get stuck in a
Oh my
cabinet!
god!
You're gonna get stuck in a cabinet! Oh, okay. So what happens is they wiggle in this cabinet, but they wiggle in such a way that they're now kind of laying down inside of it, but they've managed to somehow squash themselves. They're UPA-ing, so they just kind of go back to their 2D form, and as they kind of try to get themselves back out, they accidentally knock the door to this cabinet, and the nubbin that is outside closes the door on them. And Porridge is in the cabinet now.
Nightshade's
And you
just
just
like, just like, do you need help? Because Nightshade's just gonna like open the cabinet, take them out.
Okay.
Hold the porridge gentle like hamburger.
Thank you, but please roll a dex save. Because
Oh my
actually,
God.
no. Before you do that, roll me a perception.
Sure, I can roll your perception.
If you roll this, then I'll
That's
give
a
you advantage.
free.
No, just give me. Just roll me a dex save then.
That's a dex save. That's a 10.
Okay, I have to roll to hit then, because Porridge has once again cast Eldritch Blast at this thing, and that's +4.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Yeah, that hits.
Oh no! Okay, so what happens is you reach open to open this drawer, and you only realise a little too late as you start to pull on the handle. Wait a second. Is that charging? And then you just hear a as two blasts of energy come out, and you get sent flying across the room.
You want to roll for the other blast?
Yeah, you know what? I should roll for the other blast. Let's see how this goes.
You wanna roll damage?
Now is when Porridge hits. Not when it matters. No, just now.
Now, when your new friend tries to get you out, you wanna roll damage?
Don't know, do I? This is an FPS. I don't actually want to injure you, is the thing. I just want to send you flying.
I will say, even if you roll max, Nightshade will be alright.
Okay. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay, it's a
12.
12.
Still a hefty amount of damage. But, Nightshade is sent flying across the room, probably bunk into something.
Oh gosh dang it. Oh no. Oh no. Porridge just gonna freaking, like, wiggle their way. Their cabinet's gonna, like, the door's already open, so now it's just a matter of wiggling. Porridge is just gonna wiggle their way backwards out of this thing with their limbs all reinflate, back to where they were. Porridge is going to turn around and see that Nightshade is on the floor on the other side of the room, and they're gonna float over and say,
Use the name Nightshade. What seems to be the issue?
"Roll fucking medicine." God damn it, Porridge. Hey, what's your medicine, mate? Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a 13. Well, you've clearly been injured somehow. They don't know
Yeah.
how, but you have been injured.
Well, I think on 13 you get the obvious, that this little shadow has been hit by 2 blasts of ow.
Oh dear. At that, you're gonna see, like, the little dongle on the top of Porridge's head just shoot up, right? And you're gonna see 2 exclamation marks appear in each eye, and each of their noggins are gonna start swirling around. They go,
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
and they are going to. What are they gonna do? They don't have any healing spells. They don't know what to do. They're just gonna, like, look around the room and go,
One moment.
and they are going to. Gosh, they would. They're gonna do it again. They're gonna do it again, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Okay. They are going to. Yeah.
What are they
Well,
gonna
that was
do?
wrong. I'll take. They both hit. I mean, I don't even know why I rolled to hit. It's to basically break the class and leave the room.
Oh my god.
They have left the room. They basically cast 2 object blasts again at this fucking window that was opposite the doorway, and now they're just flying out and they're calling over the shoulder.
One moment. Porridge shall return with aid.
And they are out the window.
Nightshade is just like laying there. It's ow and it hurts, but also he's relatively fine, but also what?
He's just like, this may as well happen.
Yep,
This is the weirdest thing.
here. He's just here, man.
He's just a man. He is just vibing.
He's just a little shadow blob.
Is just a little boy, and you probably just lay there for a while then, and I'm gonna roll just a quick few things for Porridge to see how well this works out. Okay, that's alright. And then this one. Yeah, okay, these work. Cool. So Porridge floats back through the window after an indeterminate amount of time. Could be 10 minutes, could be half an hour. You don't really know. But they come back through the window, and you see, floating behind them, is some sort of disc of some sort. And it sort of just, it shrinks a little to get through the window, but then immediately expands back out again. And Porridge floats this disc over to you, pops it on the ground, and says,
I have brought restoration.
and they present you with some items.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nightshade just like stares at it. It's a floating disc, right?
It's a floating disc.
He's just like takes it and
Uh,
like holds it in his hand. He
mhm.
has no idea what to do with it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's not just a floating disc. There is stuff on the floating disc
Oh,
that
okay.
was beginning behind Porridge. Um, won't make you roll for it. You can definitely see um some of these items were from the shops from earlier.
Oh my god.
There is a myriad of fruits and vegetables. There's the very strange purple cucumber that is definitely healthy for you. Absolutely, it's better than a normal cucumber because it's purple, and everyone knows that purple is a healing color. And
Purple
some
is the best
such.
color.
Purple is a healing color. It's the best color for your health. Um, and you just notice like actual normal fruits somehow, like little oranges, a banana that's slightly overripe, like there's just like a one brown spot on it, an apple, and that's on there. But you will also notice there are actually some shiny bits next to these, like shiny rocks and things that are probably from the other shop that you saw.
Incredible. Um, Nightshade is just. Nightshade doesn't know about stealing, does he? Nightshade's gonna take.
I love that you assume I've stolen these immediately.
Listen. I don't think Porridge knows how to buy stuff.
You don't know. You don't know what they can conceive. Perhaps they do.
I think Nightshade's just gonna like look at those. Just like take like and then like just take a fruit like probably like the purple cucumber because again Nightshade doesn't know but it's not normal so he's just gonna eat like fucking crunch fucking eat it in like 2 bites.
Nice. I will say it tastes very purple. Actually, no. As you bite into it, initially tastes purple, but as you kind of crunch it, for some reason you get the impression that no, wait, this does actually start to taste a bit green. And you can roll me a
Is
nature or investigation on this if you want.
it fucking dyed with purple color?
Roll for it.
19 is it?
Okay. You can definitely tell. This hasn't been dyed. This has been painted.
Oh
You have
my
dipped this in
god.
paint and then sold it as a magical, as a magical fruit.
Oh my
Porridge is
goodness.
just sitting there, well, floating there, looking at you, chew on this thing, happy as a little clam because they have done a good job. They have provided you with good food. They have also provided you with shinies, which everybody loves. Everyone likes a shiny. Um,
I think Naichi's gonna like eat the food, including like. And the funny thing is, he's not gonna peel the food like oranges, bananas. No, he's just gonna eat it with the peel.
oh, oh, yes, absolutely.
Just like shove the orange in his mouth, crunch.
Oh gosh, I'm so tempted to give you a lemon or a lime just to see,
Oh my
just to see what
god!
you do with it. Look, look,
Do
I
it,
just
do it. I'm gonna roll. I'll roll
do it.
con.
Rock
I'll
on, okay,
I'll roll
rock on.
con.
And they, no, dear. Oh.
Nightshade just kind of like bites into it, and like he just the fucking his eyes like his eye turns like into like X, and it is like, and it is like he quickly puts it, takes it out of his mouth, just like sour. I don't like. I don't
Oh.
like it. And like so he'll put it back on the disc now with a noticeable bite mark in it.
Porridge will just turn the disc around and show you the shinies instead. They will leave the disc floating there, but let me see what spells you forgot because I don't want to overuse spells on this. Is Mage hand a cantrip? No, it isn't.
Mage hand is a cantrip.
Is it? Oh no, because Porridge is a wizard, so I don't know if it's a cantrip for. Oh no, they haven't even got it. Never mind, it's mage armor. Never mind. So what they're gonna do? They're just gonna pick. They're gonna pick up this They're gonna pick up this lime you've spat out, and they're just gonna float over to the window, and they. Gosh, you are gonna do this, aren't you, you little gremlin?
Are they gonna catapult it?
What do you think, Staria?
Yes.
What do you think? Right, okay, that is. I know. I am rolling this to see. That's a dirty 20. I was about to say it's a nat 20. No, that's a dirty 20.
Oh my god.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm gonna roll a perception for them. Oh, never mind. Porridge does not notice that when they fling the lemon and turn around and head back towards you, they have flung this half-eaten lemon. Lemon? No, it's a lime. It's a lemon lime. It's a lemon. It's a lemon. You know what? It's a lemon. Let's put it like that. Lemon. It is a new, definitely, totally real fruit.
Yeah.
And this lemon.
But it's definitely not a just half ripe lemon, but just looks slightly green.
Exactly. That's exactly it. You are absolutely 100% correct. What happens in a series of events? I will paint for you. This lemon, flies out of the window towards the stall from earlier with its wonderful striped awning and its stalls all set out with its many different wonderful magical fruits, and the stall seller crying out, "Get your magical fruits! Come here! Come one, come all! I tell you what, it'll cure your tootsies, it'll cure your bunions, it'll make you feel like a new..." And just as he's finishing it, his mouth is open wide, and with a the liming just thunks straight down his mouth into his throat, and he just...
Oh my god.
And he isn't choking, but now that all that comes out of his mouth now is just ha ha ha, and he gestures to people around him. He just gestures, pointing at his throat, and they just look at him, look at each other, and walk away very, very quickly because, okay, Mr. Crazy Man, trying to sell me fruit with your weird, strange, lumpy throat, sure.
Oh my god.
Let's cut back to the house. Hey, so you didn't like the limon, that's fair, but there are now shinies.
He's looking at those shinies. I think he's... describe what shinies are on the disc.
Ooh. Man, what shinies are on the disc? There is a long chain of some kind of metal, you presume, and there's a gem or a rock of some sort hanging from the end of it. There's another one that's like a loop, but it's a very small loop. It's very small, and that also has a gem or a rock on it. There's a slightly bigger loop, but it's kind of loose. This is just all rocks. It's all made of rocks, and if you're gonna pick it up, it will just make a nice little as you turn it around. And then there's another one, but it's like there's two of them. They look like a set. And these ones are a little weirder because this isn't a loop of any sort. It looks like a sharp, very, very, very tiny knife. Very tiny knife. But at the end of that tiny knife, there isn't a handle, there's another gem. But these gem rocks are in a square pattern? It's very confusing.
Okay, I asked you to describe them because Nightshade doesn't know what jewelry is. Nightshade is in fact thinking about whether he should eat them.
Oh no!
Because a little fun fact from Nightshade's first ever appearance at FPS, Nightshade has eaten a can of tuna along with the can. Nightshade can in fact eat metal.
I love him for it. I love him so much for it. I mean, I guess that's up to you if you want to roll for that or are you just going to do it. I might roll insight for Porridge and see if they can figure out what the hell you're thinking. Because right now you're just staring at the shinies. I want to see if they can figure out what you're thinking. Na-na-na. That's a nat 20. They immediately know, oh, food? As you look
It's
at these
like
things.
you see, you definitely realize Nightshade has, first of all, has no idea what this is except for shiny, and second of all, you definitely see him thinking, do I eat this?
Porridge, we'll see you considering eating these things. And, again, their little dongle at the back of their head's gonna flick up again, and this time 3 exclamation marks gonna appear in their eye, and they're just gonna very quickly speed in front of your face. They're gonna get very close to your face, Nightshade, like they are face to face with you. And they're just gonna say,
No, 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 not for eating. You do not eat, not for eating. They are for pretty looking, not for eating.
and they're just gonna like bump you in the chest with one of their nubbins, like just push you back a little. It's like,
No, do not eat. For looking, for touching, not for eating.
and they're just gonna bump you. They're gonna keep bumping you.
Oh my goodness, Nightshade just like, okay, okay. And then he's like looking at the shiny. I think he's gonna like look at the necklace.
Yeah.
We all know
There's a
what it is.
necklace.
There's a
It's a
necklace.
necklace, a ring, a bracelet, and some earrings.
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna look at like the necklace, just like.
Um. Well, what do you want to know about the necklace? Is they just looking at it? Do they want to know something about it?
I think hey, okay, I want to flavor some things.
Absolutely, go for it.
So I think um I think the stone in the necklace is like one of those like real pretty like rainbow opals. Like
Ooh.
let me
Yeah, no, I
just
know what ones you're talking about.
one of these things.
It, like the fire opal sort of things.
Like one of these things, just like a lot of
Whoa!
colors. It's like
Yeah,
real
yeah,
pretty. It's
yeah.
like
It's pretty.
yeah, Nightshade
Absolutely.
is just like looking at it, and then he like takes it and just like I and then he just like puts it in his hammer space because Porridge brought it for him, so just like his now.
I will say, for anyone listening, these will not be sold for gold. These are essentially
Oh, absolutely
trinkets.
not. Yeah.
They are not
Uh
actual valuables.
yeah, it's a funny little trinket, but I did a little bit of flavoring. Winks.
Um, wink. Um, the other two, as you turn back, I will say, or the other three, I should say, the bracelet, looks like it's made out of, actually, I will, if you want, I will ask you to roll, I'll ask you to roll nature on these.
Sure,
Or invest.
what's your nature, buddy? Nature investigation? Investigation is higher.
I mean, nature is just because these are, like, found in the ground, sort of thing. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel like nature would make sense. But investigation will also work.
Yeah, investigation. 19.
Right? Yeah, you can tell what these are. So all of these are made of silver.
Hmm.
Actually, no, actually, because I know silver actually has a mechanic in D&D. So what I'll say is they're not silver, but they are a silvery looking metal. Have that kind of silvery sheen. And the gems set in these, in the you took the necklace, so the bracelet is actually a circle of pearls. The ring seems to have like a little garnet in it, and the two earrings are what is it? The two earrings are just like topaz. They're just like clear white crystals. Then you got the pearl bracelet and the dark red garnet ring.
Yeah, Nightshade isn't as interested in those. He just saw the just saw the one with the opal and just like took that.
Valid. Porridge is just gonna look back at you and say,
Oh, username Nightshade. You like the,
and I've got to roll for Porridge now. I'm gonna roll.
Does he
What's
not?
your
Do they not also not know what that? Oh my god.
look?
Do they not? Do
I'm
they also not know what a fucking necklace
I'm
is?
I'm going to roll nature and not investigation because I like the chance of failure on this. I say with a 6. They do not know what these materials are, but they know they're pretty and shiny.
Yeah,
And
they're in fact pretty and shiny.
and Porridge looks at them and gestures at them and says,
oh, do you like the shiny one that is a big circle?
and when they say big circle with 2 nubbins, they just make a big circle,
Oh
and it's like
my
a
god.
tick, 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 tick.
I
They look
think
at you.
I think Nightshade like mimics them. Just like does like a big like also does like a big circle with his hands. Just like yeah.
As you do like the big circle, Porridge looks at you, and then you just hear a, and they kind of do a backflip in the air, and then look back down at you and say,
Oh, you copy, you copy, Porridge. You copy, copy.
and they're kind of just dopping around, quite happily just floating around this room now.
Oh my god.
You want to roll me another perception, please?
Sure, I can do a perception. Oh my god.
That tracks. That's a 3 for me.
That's a 14.
So, whilst Porridge is busy dancing and having a grand old time, you have been looking at these things, but the window is still open. Actually, no, the window's not open. The window's destroyed because
Yeah,
it's
the
Eldritch
window's fucking broken.
Window's fucking gone.
There is no more window.
No more window for us. But you will hear after a little bit, like the sounds of running footsteps, and say, "Look, I think they went this way. Hey, yeah, look, there's glass on the floor. You think they went in there? Yeah, come on." And sounds like a load of thudding theatre coming your way.
Where is it coming from?
Where is it coming from? It sounds like it's coming from up, like a little further away, like up the road. Like you kind of heard like a rabble or like a low murmur coming from the direction you walked to get to the house. So like when you went past, sorry, give me a second. There we go. When you went past the like farm stall, and then you went to the then you went to this house. It's coming from like the farm stall kind of area, and it seems like it's heading your way.
Mm-hmm. So they're not in the building yet.
They're not in the building, but they're heading towards you.
Mm-hmm. I think Nightshade's gonna like catch Porridge's attention, just like I think people are looking for us.
Ooh.
And
Have, a second. You keep going. Sorry, I'm just gonna.
yeah, and like what I thought, but if they were in the building already, Nightshade would just like offer to get through the window.
I mean, you can try if you want, but you just said a certain thing. Okay, cool. As you say, you think they're looking for us. You're going to see Porridge kind of slowly slow down as from their jig and just float in the air. And you're going to see them tilt their head, and you're going to see the same blue circle from earlier come up, and you're going to see a ding 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 ding, and another green check comes in their eye. And they look back at you and say,
Oh, yes, of course. Admin.
and just noise,
Ha!
noise comes from Porridge. Before you hear like a.
Yes,
Porridge, are you alright? I Okay, I think Nightshade just gotta like if Porridge is like just like sitting there, like
Mm.
I think Nightshade is gonna like take hold and then just like
Ooh, okay. Could you roll me an insight quickly before you do that?
sure, I can roll you an insight. That's a +3. That's a 16.
Okay, so you're gonna reach toward them, and what I give you with this, it's your decision if you still want to keep doing this or keep reaching forwards. But as you reach forwards, you do see that Porridge is Porridge is moving very, very jerkily. Not quite like the smooth dancing they were doing before, and the head's just jittering to the side a little bit. And as you reach forward, you do see that their eyes have also changed from the little dot with the four arrows pointing towards the center pupil. Those triangle triangles have now pointed outwards, and they form a square. And the square is circling around the pupil, and that pupil is locked on you.
I
And
think I think he like goes and then stops and instead of trying to reach and hold and like pick up Porridge, he instead like snaps his finger in front of their face.
you snap your finger.
Yeah, just like trying
And
to snap them out.
okay. So what happens when you snap your finger? Nothing happens. There's no like visible like response in terms of like their body movement. You do hear a voice say, "Waiting your orders."
Porridge. I
Affirmative.
just and
Okay, as you're doing this, the footsteps are coming closer. You can hear them say, "Hey, the door's gone on this thing. What the hell did they do to this thing? Careful, there's holes in the floor. Everybody spread out. Have a look around." And
okay, caution's out of the window, and so are they soon. Nightshade's gonna like sort of like n- not really caring anymore about what's gonna happen. Gonna yoink Porridge and it's gonna get out of the window, out of the broken
oh,
window.
roll me athletics, please. As you are
Sure,
trying to dive out an open window.
that's a 6.
Oh no!
Can I get advantage? Can I at
You
least
know
roll
what?
acrobatics?
Yeah, go for it. See what happens.
No! No!
You know what? You know what? I will say what happens is you jump out of this window, but Porridge, I rolled a whiz save for Porridge, and they rolled an 8. So while you're trying to jump out, it would have been pretty easy, but Porridge is starting to like jitter very hard in your arms, and you can hear them say,
Hostiles detected. Hostiles detected.
um, and you will also hear like the as the floating disc that was left behind zooms after you, and it does make quite a bit of noise. And you hear as you run away from the house, you hear a, "Hey, where'd they go? Guys, come out this way, this way! I told you." They jumped out the window. They jumped out the pecking window. And you hear that as you run run out the window and run away with Porridge still kind of fritzing in your arms, floating disc following behind you.
I think um I think Nightshade's gonna go to like uh gonna go so Chester taught Nightshade how to get to the shelter and like how to lose people in getting there. So I think Nightshade is just gonna do that and like gonna try and like get to the shelter safely.
Okay. Roll. What do you want to roll for that?
Can I roll survival?
Yes, you can. Absolutely. I will also roll another whiz save. This is going on.
Nightshade!
Now you get lost. Now is when you get lost. Oh my gosh, Porridge! Porridge is still not cooperating. Porridge is just whirring and whirring and sort of bumping against you, and it's saying hostiles detected, hostiles detected, hostiles detected. And as it keeps going, it just starts to get slower and slower and slower, just before it just kind of cuts off. And yeah. With that 10, I will say you will eventually get there because you rolled a nat 20 earlier. You know where you're going. But Porridge is weighing you down, and also you're being chased by people. And you can hear them still chasing you, and that's kind of stressful. I don't know if you've been chased through somewhere you know before, but it can be very difficult to remember where the hell you're going when you're being chased by a mob of people.
Yeah, and he's trying to lose them, so it's just like if he still hears, but he's still being chased, he's not gonna go to the shelter. He's gonna just like purposely like weave out from a different place and just like keep running.
Fair enough. I mean, it's up to you where we end up. You're the one that's running, my dude. Now Porridge is just not just kind of dead weight at the moment.
Let me try rolling acrobatics again, please. Roll higher.
Oh,
Yes, 19.
nice.
Okay. Can I say that this is enough for Nightshade to lose the people running?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I'd say with an acrobatics like that, if you wanted, you kind of like you duck down an alley and there's no fire escape or anything, but the walls are very, very narrow. And you know, I don't know if you've played Mario, but you know how you can do wall kicks? And you can just
Yes.
kick your way up the wall. You do that. You just go and all the while the floating disc hovers behind you, slowly rising up. And I will say, as you get onto the roof, it takes you a few ticks, but you realise, you had a floating disc following you this whole time, and Porridge was kind of weighing you down. You probably could have just chucked Porridge onto the disc and then pushed the disc or something.
He is not smart.
I pat him. Also, I do realise floating disc follows the caster, so oh, actually, no. Hang on a second. Because Porridge, at the moment, is incapacitated, and I believe floating disc is concentration, and that would mean that it's just kind of punked. Oh, it's just conjuration. Okay. I should really read these spells before I cast them. No, I am BCB. Okay, no. It actually does still last, even when incapacitated. All right. Coolio. For example, this can't move across 10 feet, nor it needs such a bit. Yeah, no, okay, so it's still there. Cool. Interesting. Yeah, so you are on the rooftop. You've got a seemingly KO'd Porridge in your arms, and a floating disc behind you that still miraculously has those 3 shiny items on them.
Nightshade's gonna like ignore them, ignore those free items. Just like right now, focusing on Porridge. Can I try rolling? I don't know, like medicine.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
The wonders of having a high wisdom character. That's God. I say stuff, and then I am immediately proven wrong.
Speak not, for Dice Passer will put you in your place.
Yeah, I just should stop talking.
7. So you can tell, I mean, look at their eye socket and there's no light. There's nothing going on in there. So you can kind of assume they're probably not alert right now, or they're just inert. But with that, you're not going to know how to turn them back on.
think Nightshade is just because Nightshade doesn't have any experience with this. Nightshade doesn't know what to do with this new friend that he just met is now fucking unconscious and at least there aren't any more people who are following them, but like also just like. Well, this was an adventure that he didn't think he'd have.
I'm gonna roll a quick Constitution save to see how long this will take.
19.
19. Okay, so it's about 5 to 10 minutes before you hear a and you see Porridge, who was just basically lumps of like metal, plastic stuff on the floor, just slowly rise up from the floor. Eye socket's still dim, and you hear the ding 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 ding, and they come back online. A little dongle on their head stands upright. Their eye sockets glow. The 4 triangles pointing towards the pupil reappear. So does the pupil. And you just hear yoop yoop.
Oh, hello. Username, Nightshade. Do you enjoy the shinies?
And they're just gonna look around and say,
We seem to have relocated. You don't enjoy exploring the new house.
What happened to you?
"You know what, Porridge, buddy, you gonna roll this? No, you're not gonna roll that because you're not gonna roll that. But what Porridge is gonna do if Nightshade's not gonna do or say anything?
Oh, did you not
they'll
hear
just.
me?
No, I didn't hear you. I just heard what
Oh, Nightshade is just like asking, just like, what happened to you?
happened. Cool. Let's roll this.
He asked, what happened to you?
Right. What happened to Porridge? Does Porridge know? Ooh.
Apparently they do.
Okay, it's not a nat 20, but it's damn close.
Start
Okay.
talking, dude. I point a
So,
gun at you. Give me the porridge, Lord, dude.
You're gonna see their eye once again go doo, 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 go blue, rotate in that blue circle. Then you're gonna hear a ding, and you're gonna see once again this blue piece of air, rectangular air appear in front of you with a white border, and let me see, because you're gonna have to roll something for this. Roll me an intelligence check.
That's
Because and this is you can tell this is related to what happened to Porridge earlier, but you do not understand what you're seeing. The numbers, you don't know if it's text or numbers. They are scrolling way too fast down this screen for you to even begin to try and dissect what the hell is going on. You will hear Porridge say,
Ah, yes. Emergency shutdown occurred about.
certain number of minutes ago. I didn't define a time, so we'll just say it's a certain number of minutes ago.
The Porridge unit experienced a unexpected
That's me. I can't pronounce the word.
unexpected crash. Therefore, rebooting was in progress.
Why did you need to reboot?
Rebooting has already been processed. Porridge is now functional.
And as they say that, they flip one of their nubbins up at you, and they strike like a strongman pose, like a at you. And like a little like sunshiny background appears behind them as they do this. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Find a gif of this to show you.
I'm trying to find the emoji currently showing what Nightshade and I am feeling.
Like that, except there's like a yellow background of like sunshine coming off of them, and there's the big smiley face. You can press X all you want. It's
I
fine. Porridge is
am.
fine.
I am
Porridge is
pressing
fine.
exit out, and I'm gonna throttle you.
Porridge is fine. It's all fine. They're good. They're awake and they're doing stuff. Speaking of doing stuff, they're gonna blink at you and say,
Oh, yes, the items.
and they're gonna turn around and they are going to look at the shinies, back on their floating disc, for turning back to you and saying,
Username Nightshade. Did you not want the other shinies?
and they just point a nubbin at the shinies, tilt their head at you.
No, one was enough.
And they're just gonna reach forward with two nubbins, sweep the three items off of the floating disc, and just pop them into their eye. That's in the hammer space now. Once again, I'm emphasizing we're not selling these; they are just little trinkets.
Yeah, still trinkets that Porridge stole.
It's just trinkets. They're just nice things. Also, what do you mean stole? You don't know they stole them. They might have paid for them.
I mean, considering the fact that people chased the two of us.
Look, that could have been about anything. You don't know they stole anything. You have no evidence. You have no proof. You're unconscious. Well, you were lying down on the floor.
God.
Mm. But anyway, sweep those up, and with a whirl of the nubbin, they dismiss the floating disc. And I'm probably gonna say, it's starting to get to dusk. So like sun's going down, and it's just about the time where the stars are coming out. And as the sun goes down, it starts to get a little chillier. Obviously, you know, it's we're still in animus season kind of weather.
Yep.
And you look up, the stars are starting to peek out.
You know, I think seeing the stars, Nightshade just like raises his hand slightly, and he's gonna cast Twinkle, which is a funky little cantrip, and he's gonna create a burst, small. Oh God, can I talk? A small burst of light of just like it looks like little like glittering stars.
That Porridge is just gonna look at them and go,
Oh, you know your constellations? Do you know the stars?
For some reason, I do. I can't really, don't know why.
Porridge. Porridge understands. Sometimes Porridge knows things. Porridge doesn't know they know.
and they just pat you on the head twice with their nubbin. Bump, bump. Before they float down, and they probably just kind of bump the floor next to you. So like their body is on the floor and so is their tail, but then the two nubbins that make up their arms and their head are still floating up. I am going to actually or something because I don't know if there are other bits you wanted to do, but we might start closing up.
Yeah, we'll close up because there are people after there is an FPS that's happening after us, and we are cutting a bit
Yeah.
close. Well,
Yeah.
close, and by close I mean 25 minutes in. So yeah, you might want to close up. I'll just say it's a beautiful like sort of scene with the two of them just like sitting on the rooftop and what oh
No,
my
keep going.
God,
Don't worry. Don't
fucking
worry, keep going.
fumble, and the two like sitting on the rooftop and then in like the night, and there's the stars, and there's the moon, and it like shines it's like I don't know. Is it do you think it can be the full moon just for aesthetic?
Yeah. Shines like a pizza pie.
Yeah, it's the full moon. It's like shining on them.
Yeah. And then I don't know. Roll me a quick constitution. I want
Oh
to see
my
how long
God.
it takes for Nightshade to fall asleep.
4. Oh my god.
Something about those lights just kind of knock you out. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because for some reason they feel familiar to you, or maybe it's just they're really pretty, but you just stare at these lights, you feel yourself nod off very slowly, lean your back against the back of the roof, and you drift off. And I'm gonna roll one last thing, and then I will. Ow. Okay. Thanks, Porridge. Thanks, buddy. That's a nat 1. Um, gosh. So
What happens now?
what happens now is that you wake up and you feel. Does Nightshade has a cloak? They don't have pockets. You feel something bonk you on the face before you hear a
Farewell.
and Porridge just dips. Porridge is outie. Porridge is gone. There is something on your chest. Just donked you.
Oh. What is it?
You look at it. It's a shiny rock. Just a
Oh.
very pretty shiny rock. And
Well,
go ahead.
yeah, Nightshade's gonna, like, take that.
Nice. You have a friendship rock now. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. And he's still very confused about that entire day, but he's just gonna be like, well, yeah, I guess.
It's another day in the world. It's another day in the world. And you're living it. But yeah. Unless there's anything else you want to do, Staria, I feel like we can wrap it up there if you want.
Yeah, we can. Thank you for doing this with me. I
Thank you
love
for letting me.
Porridge. I am looking at Porridge.
I'm looking at Nightshade. I am holding Nightshade. I don't know whether it's affectionately or derogatory yet. Maybe it's both. I have no idea. But
Well, first of all, I won't get you. Second of all, thank you for doing this with me.
thank you for letting me kind of take DM reins almost and just direct where the hell this thing was going. I hope it was fun. I hope you had fun.
It was very
Um,
fun.
yeah, I hope I get to play with you again at some point. But
Absolutely.
for now, I'll say goodbye to everyone listening, both in the gallery and in the
In the
future.
future.
Thank you for
See
popping
ya.
in. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.